Hello, my name is Sharice Owens, and this is my partner, Hannah Trent. We're going to be talking about the Squatters Food Truck marketing plan today. We make fast food meant to eat, meaning that we have fresh ingredients, fresh food ready to serve, and prepare for students. Our name comes from our food being so good, you don't want to live. It's corny, but it's true. Our mission is to serve quality, delicious food with a reasonable cost for students. This is important because students deserve a great meal without their going over budget. So staying within their budget is one of our main missions, along with having great food. Our objective is for students because they deserve to have better food with the limited amount of money students have attending college. We want to provide food at a lower cost for students to allow them, or for them rather, to be able to eat more and not worried about going over budget throughout that semester or school year. We see food as the key component in keeping your brain active during the day. A lot of students don't have time to eat in the mornings, but we want to change that by getting them excited about the food we make in an easy pickup system for them to just grab and go. Our biggest goal is to not only cater to students' food needs, but extend it with healthier choices and fast food pickups. Now, entry into the market can be slightly difficult because of all the obstacles that comes with the purchasing of a truck and all the permits. Well, not really the purchasing of the truck, but really the permits and hard work during the service hours. With the permits required, you have to make sure they're in order before you can even think about putting in another dollar into your advertising or marketing, anything like that. You need a food handler's permit, a location permit, and since we're going to be on campus at San Jose State University, we need a permit from them to serve on campus. And a city permit, that might be a limited supply of, because they're only a certain number that they are able to give out throughout the year. But luckily, getting a truck is one of the easiest parts in actually going through this whole process. They even have loans in place for you to get a business loan for your truck or for your business. And on getting a used truck fully equipped will actually help us really financially with everything we need on the truck to save money for us. And everybody knows when you start a business, you need to find ways to cut corners without compromising your business. Our startup financial goals are to have a normal food truck stop, but we're going to have a food application given to the students with access to our menu, our squatting times, and location. Because we plan to have a low-cost menu, it will fit into students' lunch plan at school, budgeting students, and working students on campus. We will be serving only breakfast and lunch, but within our first year of business, we expect it to grow. We expect it to grow through word of mouth and through face-to-face advertising. This would afford us to be able to expand into a catering system on campus. This is going to be able to start a delivery system that that can go to dorm rooms and fraternities or sorority houses by just using the application and having their food ready for them or delivered to them. After our 5-year goal, our financial goal, obviously we're going to make, or sooner, we plan to expand our business to other campuses while embodying our same culture on another campus, which is catering to students' food needs and cost needs. On the other hand, our non-financial goals is to give back a portion of our profits back into the school, which is very important to us because there are a lot of students struggling. It will help with books, school supplies, parking permits, and if possible, tuition fees. It's so important to give back and help students because we work hard to stay in school, and a lot of the times financial aid may not cover all the expenses or you're overqualified for it. And a lot of students are just slightly overqualified for the simplest things, or they're not in the know of certain scholarships that they can qualify for. Excuse me. Our culture is to help students have a great experience while in school with little stress as possible. And we believe it will help them succeed in not only their school and everyday life, but with a great meal that can help them throughout their entire day. Our strengths of the Squatters Food Truck is that we're going to have a small staff who's not going to have a lot of training. The prices are cheaper than other places to eat out on campus, because if you go to another burger spot, the Chinese places that's on campus, the other just ready to make sandwiches place on campus, they're pretty expensive. You could spend up to $12 just in one meal. And on a student budget, that would pretty much will have you not eating every day. It'll probably having you save a portion of the food that you already bought for later on that day or even the next day. We pride in creating innovative fast food with the freshest ingredients. That's one of the biggest things. If we have fresh ingredients, it will not only be healthier for the students, but it sends off a signal that we actually care about what we're giving you guys. We want it to be fresh. We want to be seasonal, so we won't be really getting food that's not good in that season. We have a mobile convenience because we are a food truck, and our food we already prepared through our commercial kitchen that is mandatory for us to have anyway, and it also will be prepared for ready to go to just pick up and go students. Our weaknesses is that since we're a startup, we have limited funds, and the costs rise due to cost of food, steadily rises every year or every month. Not every month, but every so often. Spartan food trucks on campus are a threat to us, and because we're going to be so many of us, then that's another weakness as well. All the downtown San Jose restaurants pose a weakness for us because how can we differentiate ourselves? The Student Union Cafe, not enough kitchen space, all the trucks to actually provide for the students what we really want to get out to them. And there's no sit down area. The opportunities that we have though in the new emerging food truck market, it can allow us to create something special, unique, and expand service lines. The young population likes things to be easily accessible. Advertising technology is really advanced these days, where our marketing budget for our advertising won't be that expensive because we have all these free applications and blogs and everything, like, Facebook, Twitter. It really afford us to be able to cut that in half. And ad locations is easy once you have the money. And our threats is restriction on the food truck from legislation. Spartan food trucks, again, finding parking on campus is always hard for students. So they couldn't just go pay for a parking thing and come on us. They probably have to already be parked. People wanting to eat in rather than just grab and go, which later on we probably will fix that threat by having our system delivery and lower price alternatives, because everybody has a $5 deal. Even though our prices will be low, with big corporations, they always can lower their prices more than we can keep lowering our prices to fit student budgets, because they're already established. And now I'm going to be passing it on to Hannah, who's going to give you some more information about our company.